ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Vobes Show. I'm Richard Vobes. With me is the lovely Richard Suggett. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Richard.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, good, thank you. Very, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, you join us on the new Vobes Show on the... Well, I say new, it's the same old rubbish as before, but it's the 21st of November 2018. It's 8 o'clock here in the UK as we do this live on Facebook. And if you're watching on YouTube, well done for finding the channel because it's moved. And for those that don't know, if you're watching and you want to re-watch the thing, it's not on the old channel that the Bald Explorer stuff is. It's not buried in that. It's actually in its own YouTube channel. So if you miss some of it and you think, oh, golly, I want to watch it later and I want to watch it on YouTube, then look in the description. I'll bung it there when we finish the show. Obviously on the rerun. Anyway, welcome along. Nice to see you, Richard.
Nice to see you too, Richard.
You brought your dinner in, have you?
Yeah, brought my dinner.
Oh, that's charming,
sit here and
isn't
eat
it? Can you imagine that? He comes round, knocks on the door. Can I be on the show, mate? I said, oh, all right then. Could you mind if I bring my dinner in? I said, yes, okay. What about me? Don't worry, I've bought some for you. Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, this down here. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I've got some too. What are we eating then, Richard? Now, I gather this is all from your garden. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Well, depends on where you call my garden.
Well, that's true. If the garden is the world.
Garden is the world, then yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
So I know we've got chips here, ladies and gentlemen.
Chips.
We've got some lovely chips. Excuse us whilst we eat. I was terribly rude. But the truth is, we were setting up the studio. We tried to get some food in. Suddenly went, Lord, it was 10 minutes. You can't scoff it down. What are we eating?
We have chips.
You got, yeah, chips.
Chips.
Yeah.
We've got some bits of chicken.
Some lovely bits of chicken.
Lovely bits of chicken.
Delicious bits of chicken, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And a spicy mix, shall we say?
Yes, it's kind of a stir fry, isn't it?
Yes, it's very nice.
It is
if you like
lovely.
hot food.
So it's got chilli.
Chili.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely chili. And more chili.
More chilli.
And some chili sauce.
And some chilli sauce.
And a bit more chili sauce.
And don't be silly, let's add more chilli sauce. And then onions and peppers.
Yep.
Black
and
pepper and some
celery.
salt. Oh, and celery. Yeah,
Yeah.
we love a bit of celery. I love a bit of celery, don't you, ladies and gentlemen? Always love a bit of celery. Let's see who's out there in the world of we're watching. Andy Joy, Emily Champion, the lovely Julia, Ian Beddoes, Anne Osborne, Terence Dacombe. Thank you so much for coming along, by the way. All good fun. Nigel Sadler, Anne Osborne may have said that. Dave Baker, good evening, good evening. Henry is out there. Henry's Adventures. Shirley Ward, Cushty Phil. People are... We're just going to try and finish our din-dins as we go, if that's okay. Hope you've all had a fantastic day. Been cold, isn't it? Very cold now.
Very cold. Last couple of days really has dropped.
We were out. I was out with the lovely Cynthia Julian today, and we were filming at a rural church in the middle of nowhere in West Sussex, in Didling. You ever been to Didling?
I must have done, but I don't think I can place it.
It's you know, try and find it. It's hard pushed. Now I'm sure Kevin Hall knows where it is because it's near Midhurst.
Yes, I heard that on the Naked Englishman.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh,
Which is why I think I must have gone through it or somewhere because...
there's very little there. It's in rural countryside, farming community, and then there's this little church with nothing, absolutely nothing around, apart from the odd shepherd. And the church we went to is St. Andrews, St. Andrews, in Didling, and it's called the Shepherd's Church.
Oh, right.
And I assume that it's called the Shepherd's Church because I think that in the winter, in the cold climes, when the old shepherds were up there on the South Downs looking after their sheep, they probably went, sod this for a bunch of Charlie. I'm going to go and warm up inside the church. Not that the church is any warmer, but it might be out the wind and rain and sleet and snow. You never know. And back then, it's a tiny one-cell church, 41 foot by 41 foot.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny. I mean, obviously, we're in the massive Vobes mansion, so...
We're in the West Tower. If we were to look out of those lovely lancet windows over there, we would see as far as the property, as far as you can see, is all I own. Yeah, that brick wall immediately in front.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's a nice brick wall, though.
It's very lovely, isn't it? I like how the white just glistens.
Flemish Bond. It is.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Good choice.
Nice bit of Flemish Bond. Everybody loves a bit of Flemish Bond. Some people prefer Brook Bond, but tea bags don't make very good bricks.
No, I've tried that.
So, welcome. Excuse us eating. We do apologise. It's chilly outside, says David. Blimmin' is chilly. Very chilly. Do you ever wear a bobble hat, David? Henry, when you're doing your... Hello, thank you for joining me. Videos. Because I've got a lovely bobble hat from Elaine. It's delightful.
I can see it. Do you want me to grab it for you?
Oh, yeah, too, because it's not like I'm not hot enough at the moment with all this chilli going inside me. Oh, here it comes. The lovely Elaine Brazier has purchased this wonderful bobble hat, and I've yet to appear in a video wearing it because Elaine also got the lovely Julia a bobble hat, and we're going to christen them on a walk somewhere where we're both wearing our marvellous bobble hats. Hers is purple. You may have seen that in the behind the scenes that we did. And this one isn't. This one's a different colour. Shades of grey. 50 of them.
Yeah. I was going to say shades of green.
Yeah, oh yeah, shades of green, red and brown, and they're very nice anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it is hot, this chili, isn't it? So therefore, we have in the show some milk.
Yeah, I'm nearly out.
Are you nearly out of milk? It's because you're drinking it too fast.
I know.
Now, you like your chili hot, don't you?
I do. So I'm quite surprised that this is...
Is this too hot for you?
Not normally, but for some reason it is today. I can't...
It's, now, I've not... We looked at Scotch bonnets.
Yep.
But you look silly in a Scotch bonnet.
Yep. Yep.
We didn't go for those because I thought that would be too hot. So I just bought ordinary chilies, a little bit of chili sauce, not terribly hot sauce.
No.
I don't think.
No. Where's the sauce we've tried and I've eaten it fine.
But, yeah, it's the tip of the tongue.
Oh, it's the lips for me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to kiss you tonight then.
I think the wife might say something about that.
Oh, she wants me to kiss you tonight. Oh, she'll be out of luck. I'm so sorry. Rachel Horton, son, Daniel, is out there. Hello, Daniel. Hope you're well. Yes, he says, hello, Richard. It's me, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. I'm glad you're there. Good evening, everyone. It's lovely to see you. Let's have a look, see what people are saying. Up a track, says Martin Snow. Not quite sure what he means by that. Up a track. Oh, the church. Oh, the church is up a track. Yes, of course, the church is up a track. No electricity, only candles. That's quite right. It's a lovely church. You've got all the gen from a lovely bloke who used to be on the parish council. Linda Kane says, evening all. I know diddling. The church is lovely. That video will be out next week. So look out for that then. Sorry, I did mean to have finished eating, but...
I'll save the rest for later.
Is it too hot?
No. No, just...
You can shove it in the bin.
No.
I'm blowing my nose every 10 seconds.
That's why I'm avoiding eating it. I don't think there's a... On the show, it'd be nice if I suddenly pull out this tissue, which I'm trying to hide.
Oh, don't worry. This is the new Vobes Show, you know.
Oh, yes.
Dan Thompson has joined. Sorry?
I keep forgetting it's a new Vobes show. Does a new Vobes show mean we all have to wear woolly jumpers?
I'm trying it out. We've got the fire going in the background. We've eaten hot chili. We're wearing woolly jumpers to ensure that we roast everything.
Yep. And you got a woolly hat on.
I've got a woolly... Actually, I'm going to take that off because I'm roasting beyond my capabilities. So, are you roasting now? Yeah.
I'd say I'm quite comfortable, actually, personally.
Good. I'm nearly done. Tim Robinson has joined. Hello, Tim. How are you? Hope you're well. What I could have done with is a nice chili tomato sauce.
I was thinking chili ketchup.
Chili ketchup. I haven't got any of that. No. Dan Thompson says, happy Wednesday, y'all. David Allen. Sorry, difficult. Can you read some out?
Yeah, of course. Henry David Allen. I think I've worn a hat when making a video somewhere cold, but not that colourful.
Oh.
Get yourself one that's a bit more colourful.
You need to get in touch with Elaine Brazier. She is the hat queen of the world.
There you go. There you go. Well, amazing video, Richard, from Daniel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Are we in focus? Can you hear us?
We're not squashed.
We're not.
Time.
Yeah. By the way, we're not squashed. We're in the proper size.
Mark's speaking French, so we won't mention that.
Mark's speaking French.
Yep.
Oh, what does he say?
Exactly. I know. We're English speaking.
Nearly done. I think I'm going to leave all that as well.
Dan Thompson wants to know if we have Thanksgiving here. No, we don't. Although my wife keeps wanting to do Thanksgiving.
So, okay, Thanksgiving is a Christmas thing, isn't it?
No, it's it's tomorrow. It's an American thing.
Oh.
It's more... The Americans celebrate it more than Christmas, I believe.
What are you thanking in Thanksgiving, Dan Thompson?
It's to do with the American...
Dream.
No. When they first arrived in America and surviving the winter, and the Indians helped them, it's thanking the Indians and the land. And
Oh, I see. So do they go around the Indians now at the
Indians.
lovely Indian reserves and give them all lovely presents and give
Well-
them their land back? Is that what it is?
I don't
Dan?
know.
Do they go back and say, hey, do you know what? We misappropriately took your land and we made empires and put up big corporate giants all over the place. So what we're going to do is we're going to knock these big corporations, these big burger bars with giant letters that you can drive in and get fat on and actually get ill if you eat too many of them, whatever it is. I can't mention the name, of course. And we're going to give you the land back. We're going to give you all that lovely land so you can have those reserves back and you can put your teepees up and smoke your peace pipes and have a lovely time and stick a feather in your cap or band. Is that what they do at Thanksgiving? Because that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Should we ask the American audience?
Yes, let's find out from...
Yeah.
Karen Fenny is from Yorkshire. Maybe she knows.
Yeah, she might know. Karen?
Is that Yorkshire in America?
Yeah,
It
might
be.
be.
Might be.
I know it's not.
Or it may be up north, lad. Aye.
Aye.
With Whippet. Have you got Whippet up north? Because the lovely Cynthia Julian's got a lovely Whippet. She's got two.
Really?
I forget what one of them's called, but the other one's called Echo. And Echo, if you're watching, hello Echo, hello Echo, hello Echo. Say it several times because it doesn't. Hello Echo, hello Echo.
He always answers back, doesn't he, Echo?
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woof. Woof, did he woof? Did he woof, woof, woof? No, he didn't actually. He does. Actually, they are barking. They are barking mad. Emily at Champion says, is it a public holiday, the Thanksgiving?
I believe so.
We know nothing, you see.
I mean,
Yeah, ignorant we are.
I'm trying to talk like I know what they're on about. I only picked up things, so...
So you discovered that it's Thanksgiving in America tomorrow.
yeah.
And I always thought it had something like an early Christmas. The thing about the Americans is they're, and I'm not knocking the Americans, please don't say I'm not, but they go bonkers and bonkers and bonkers with Christmas and all their Father Christmases and the films and all that. Yet they only get one day.
Yeah. Well, it's Boxing Day is only really a Commonwealth thing. I've been doing a bit of research into this after a discussion I was having. With
Oh,
someone
right,
else.
okay. Go on, give us the thing about boxing. I mean, we're doing Christmas too early on the show,
yeah,
but
yeah.
anyway, we've got until the end of November, actually, to do the Christmas
Right.
stuff. Then
Okay.
there's no Christmas on the Vobes Show after November the 30th. 30
Yeah.
days, so September, that's right.
Bar humbug, anyway.
So go on, give us a Boxing Day account.
Basic Boxing Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Boxing Day account, according to Mr. Suggett.
Oh, I sorted my nose out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But I've done a bit of research into Boxing Day because some people were moaning that shops are open on Boxing Day.
Yes.
And Boxing Day was a Victorian invention. It is actually a Saint's Day as well, but we don't really acknowledge that.
Which saint? Saint Box?
That would make sense. No, it's something St. Crispian or something.
Oh,
like
Saint
that.
Crispian. Saint
I
Crisp
remember
and Dry.
Yep.
Nice.
Ah, chips on Boxing Day then.
Yeah, when the chips are down, get St. Crisp and Dry in. So yeah, so what about these boxes? Why is it called Boxing Day?
It was something to do with the people who worked for the masters would get a
Yes,
box
that's right.
containing money.
Yes, that's right. And I did actually know that, ladies and gentlemen. I knew that all along.
You just put me on the step, weren't you?
Yeah, putting you on the step, on the naughty stool. Yes, no, it's just about being kind, isn't it? From the lords, well, sort of kind, giving them a little box of something. But often that can backfire because they may get some oranges or a pair of old socks or a handkerchief,
Yeah.
and they can go, Bloody rotten masters. What do they think they are, handing me down this rubbish? I wanted a nice pint of gin and a 10-shilling note. Grr, grr, grr. Because nobody's, people aren't happy, are they? They're never happy with their lot. Let's have a look, see what the massage is. Yes, it's a national holiday. John Berger, our USA reporter, he tells us that. Ella's Beefive says it's a bit late, but a big hello to Double Richards. Yes. Good job we're not a pair of dicks, otherwise we'll be double Ds. Dan Thompson says, yes, it's a public holiday, and we usually get Friday off work too, even if it falls on a Monday.
Thanksgiving is always on the Thursday.
Oh, see, it's not the same date then?
No. It's always... Is it the third or fourth Thursday? Something like that. Third or fourth Thursday in November.
Oh, right.
There was a time it was the fourth, if I remember right. Or...
The third or the fourth or the fifth or the sixth.
They did.
So it's a bit like Easter then. Easter floats about, doesn't it?
No, it's always the same Thursday of the month. I just can't remember if it's the third or the fourth.
Oh, okay. But it's not a date. It's not a date to remember.
No.
John Berger says, you always knock the Americans, so don't act so... I never knock them. They're all bigger than me. Why would I? I eat too much. We have Black Friday, the day... now we have Black Friday, thanks very much. And I didn't want Black Friday, Red Tuesday, Pink Monday...
Green Thursday.
A pickled onion Saturday. I don't want any of it, thank you. Why do we have... What is Black Friday all about? Because it's coming up soon, isn't it? Or has it been?
This Friday.
This Friday, Black Friday.
It's just to get people buying stuff from the shops.
Isn't that racially motivated now? Is that not one of those things? I bet we can't have a White Friday, can we? I bet we're not allowed to do that. Oh, no. We can't have a white one. Surely there's got to be a little green Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
For all those little green people. Leprechauns, mainly. Paul Suzanne Watts says, have a good Thanksgiving Day on our American friends. There we are. Paul, thank you very much. You've the earthquake that was about to erupt.
Yep.
We were about to break the internet. Now, the lovely and wonderful Paul and Suzanne Watts have just calmed the issue. So calm down, everybody. It's all okay. Emily Champion says, I'm going to celebrate Thanksgiving so I can have 2 days off work. There you go. Yeah. Just say you're half American. Just don't tell him which half. John Small has... John? Where is he? Oh, there he is, down there. John Small has arrived, and Daniel says 30 days until Christmas. 34 days, in fact, because if I actually read it correctly. And Laura Riddle saying to Rachel, my birthday's on the 29th. Of what? November, presumably. I know somebody else whose birthday's on that day, but I'm not allowed to say. But I know somebody else. Just in case of an emergency. John Berger says Black Friday is evil. Yes, it is evil. Apologise that such a horrible day was exported from the US. Okay, you can knock us for that. Yes.
Well,
we've got one.
My thing with Black Friday is the day Thursday, Thanksgiving. Everyone's being nice and thanking each other for being supportive or whatever you thank each other for.
Giving all the land back to the Native Americans.
Then the day after, you're running over each other to save a few dollars on that piece of equipment.
Oh, you're buying stuff you never thought you actually wanted. I mean, how many times have I seen them now on the news, ladies and gentlemen, on the news, being interviewed by saying, why are you coming out with that 752-inch television struggling down Oxford Street? And said, well, it was a bargain, wasn't it? It was a bargain. Of course, I wanted it. I didn't think I wanted it when I went in, but it was a bargain. Oh, look at the size of it. It's amazing. I'm going to have it and stick it on my wall. But you only live in a small council box. You can't actually get it through the door. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll put it in the shed. It's a bargain. It was only £9,272. Look at it. It's a bargain. So, actually, if you want a bargain, ladies and gentlemen, I can give you some buckets, bargain buckets from the Vobes. I'll sell you some buckets, a tenner each. I'll get them from Wickes for about £1. I think B&Q do them for £1, nice orange buckets. But you can buy them from me, and it'll be all to a good cause, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
It'll all be to a good cause. I don't know what the cause is.
Will they be autographed?
Yes, I'll autograph the buckets. How about... Do you remember when... do you remember... Talking about stupid things like that. Do you remember when eBay first got going? And people were sticking stuff on eBay, any old tosh, and people were buying it.
Yep.
That somebody sold a bucket of water for something like £100 or £1,000 for a bucket of water. You couldn't post it, could you? Buyer collects. There were some corkers back then.
Yeah.
And people thought it was, look, you can auction tat.
Wasn't the National Trust at one point selling jam jars of the air from their land?
Were they?
Yeah.
Now, John Berger will back me up. Didn't we, at one point in the Vobes Show, we were trying to flog English Channel water to the Americans. Only we couldn't post it because it had water in and it had, different diseases. But we made a video and I went down to the seafront in Worthing and I got some jam jars and I bottled up English Channel water so that people could experience a seaside. They get the smells and they could imagine the seaside smells of the British, seaweed and oil infested, the odd bit of tin can and some plastic bobbling up and down in there. Yeah. All that kind of caper in there. Capers, you could put capers in there. Yeah, because Harriet likes the caper spoons.
Oh, nice. Bit of salt.
A bit of salt, loads of salt, of course. And some old coal that had been, washed up. You could get all of that in the Vobes English Channel water. It's true, I'm not making that up. And
that's the stuff we're allowed to talk about.
Yeah, the other stuff, of course, I have one of those, what do you call them, counselling orders. The snubbing orders. Don't talk about it orders. What are they called? Mute orders. No, silence order. There's a thing, isn't there? Gagging order. There we are. We got it. Hey! Which is marvellous. John Berg says, only in America will people rush to the stores to buy cheap crap that they don't need the day after they're supposed to be grateful for. But the thing is, I've noticed now people are going, why wait till Friday? Why wait till Black Friday? I mean, if you're going to have a day that you're going to go, only on this day is this mega sale, how do you get away with, it's not actually only that day now? You can have it a week, 2 weeks, maybe 365 days before the Black Friday. How about that? 365 days, any time in the next year, you can have it. At the same price. In fact, cheaper. If you buy it now, it's cheaper than the sales that you're going to have on that Black Friday. Blimey.
Sounds good to me.
I think it's more like going into the Red Friday. Not for the retailers, but for the people going, oh, my card, max it out, buy as much as the crap as I can. I don't care. That's what I think. I don't know what you think. Let us know. Send an email, Richard at Vogue. No, don't send me an email. That would be a waste of your email. I won't read it. I like that.
I saw a comment from Lee earlier.
Hello, Lee.
Hello, Lee.
Hello, Lee.
We've been practicing for Chili Friday.
Yes, Chili Friday.
Chili Friday.
Yeah, not Black Friday. Chili Friday. Oh, you should see. There he is. Look, Lee Terence Conley. Conley?
Skinny jeans.
Skinny. You should see him in his skinny jeans. My goodness, his legs are narrow. Oh, they are. He's ever so tall, though. Very handsome young man. I'm just saying. Not that I'm like that, Lee, so don't get any feelings. It's nothing wrong with my conducting hands, thank you. They're very nice. And I enjoy conducting them. La, 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 la. Actually, I should be conducting you as the orchestra. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No, you're the orchestra. I'm the conductor.
Sorry. La, 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 la. Oh, God, I've gone Christmassy.
Isn't it nice to see a smiley, happy Richard Suggett? He won't be happy and smiley next Monday because he'll be cursing and swearing. The lovely fella is coming over to assist me in a bit of plumbing. He said to me, I've got a BA Hons in plumbing. And then when I questioned.
It's easy for you to say.
Not so. When I questioned him about this Beyonds in plumbing, he opened a tin of lovely old plums. They were. I think they were prunes, actually. I think you got.
No, they were definitely plums.
Oh, they were plums.
They were plums.
And here's a question. Here's another question. My mum used to say. My mum, who's dead now, but my mum used to say, her friends would tell her that when I answered the phone when we were at home. The phone would ring and I would say, hello, the Lindsay residence, because that was my proper name. People don't know that, do they? I've just let the bag out of the cat there. Vobes is a stage name, by the way. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I would say, hello, it's the Lindsay residence. And they would say to my mum, they say, oh, your son is ever so posh. Isn't he posh? Oh, we're losing the signal again. He's ever so posh. Isn't he plummy? And I never quite understand this whole business about you speak as if you've got a plum in your mouth. I know people have tried to tell me the practice with the plum. But do you know that phrase?
I've heard that phrase, yeah. Or a spoon in your mouth is the other one I've heard.
Because if you have a plum in your mouth, you're going to talk like that. Oh, hello, it's Lindsay. I can't speak very well, Mo. I've got a plum. I've got a plum in my mouth.
I've got to say, it's a very good impression of me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Marv. You're a very difficult person to do an impression of.
I know. That's because I'm always changing.
Are you always changing?
Always changing.
Yeah.
You know.
1 minute you're Scottish.
Yep.
The next minute you're Irish. Sometimes you're Vancouvian.
Yep.
Whatever Vancouvian is. Are you Vancouvian? Sometimes you're Vulcan.
Vulcan. I can do. I mean, live long and prosper.
Oh, all right. Thanks. I will. Robert Crosser is out there. Daniel says, is there a live show on Friday evening? There may be. Depends how... I don't see why there shouldn't be.
I think we need some clarification on the live shows after Monday's show, because I saw quite a few questions, actually.
Ah, yes, okay. For the moment, ladies and gentlemen, the shows will will continue Monday, Wednesday and Friday, but they may contain nuts, or at least one nut. They may contain nuts because the show is going to be a lot more light-hearted, jolly and fun, a bit like this, frivolous. What I don't want the show to become is something tedious and hard work, because I'm out, ladies and gentlemen, working my little things off, getting the Bald Explorer stuff. So I've separated the Vobes Show completely now. It's on its own YouTube channel, and it is a frivolous bunch of nonsense. And that's what it's going to be. It's interaction with you guys, all you lovely people out there. It's me going off on a rant, talking about nothing. It's taken with a pinch of salt. So if you've got any complaints, keep them to yourselves, or write them on the back of a £20 note and send them to me, and I will give them due consideration. It's usually...
You bank 'em.
Yes, exactly. It's usually me manipulating the conversation. Manipulating. That's an interesting word. Yeah. I like that.
Is that another phobism?
Yeah, put that in the diary, Julia. Manipulating. It's me manipulating the conversation and not letting the guest say anything. That's what you asked.
Yeah.
So Monday, Wednesday and Friday. But I don't want it to be... So the gallery is going... to a different thing. We still got a gallery, but it's going somewhere else in its own separate gallery show. And so same with the Vogue reporting, because I don't want to get stressed. I don't want to get stressed.
You miserable sod.
I know. So yes, I just want a nice, easy communicado with you and that sort of thing. I hope that's okay. Is that okay?
That's fine with me. It's your audience.
So John Berger says, you should just get me on your Friday show. We can rant about it. Yes, maybe we can. I don't know how I can get you on Skype, possibly. That would be good. Repatriate the Normans, says Krusty Phil. Yeah, we'll get the Normans. Get those Normans, the Norsemen. The Normans are, weren't they? Or are you thinking, this is Grimstone, this is flashing around those.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Anybody named Norman?
Norman. Come on. You can imagine if the Normans were all cardboard cop-outs. Cardboard cop-outs of Norman wisdom. You can imagine the Battle of Hastings would have been so different, wouldn't it? The Battle of Hastings. William the Conqueror is now Norman the Conqueror. All right, men. We're going to go over there. I'm going to take Harold, and someone is going to stick an arrow in his... Come on, have a fight. You, horrible little man. Don't do that. No, stop it. No, don't do that. Leave me alone. Help. It would have been very amusing. But it might have been like that. We don't know, because they're not around. They didn't have the wherewithal to record all that information, did they?
We always said the best stuff never gets videoed.
Exactly. And there was plenty of... imagine all that gore. Can you imagine Mary Whitehouse... sort of having to sit through on censorship of if everything had been videoed from the Norman invasion onwards. Can you imagine that? Her sitting there going, I do not like this. This is awful. This is horrible. You can't say that. As people are running around with meat cleavers hammering people's heads into the ground.
Yeah.
That would have made an interesting programme in its own right. Let's go and have a look at some of the comments. Sorry about this. We've just ignored you for a while, but that is...
It's been on one.
Ooh, look. This. Don't feed me too much of that chilli stuff. Emily Champion says, sounds like the selling of London Bridge. What was that all about? We were... Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It does. Just agree with them. Yes, it does. It's just like London Bridge.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I mean, I was going to sell the Hungerford Bridge.
Good choice. How much would you sell it for?
Oh, a couple of apples, because I'm ever so hungry.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
What about you? What would you sell? If you could sell anything in the world and make a fortune from it, what would it be?
Oh.
Yeah, see, got to think. Sydney Opera House, perhaps? No?
I'm going to say snow.
Snow. Martin.
Everybody likes Snow.
Peter Snow, Martin Snow. Who's that? George. Who was the famous presenter? Jon Snow. Is that who you're talking about? Just sell Jon Snow?
Well,
to the Russians, they need a bit of snow up there, don't they?
Snow.
Just snow. Why would you sell snow?
Because everything looks good when it's covered in snow.
Oh, that's true. It's like icing, isn't it? It's like icing sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it hides all the weeds and all the rubbish.
Can you grow much in snow?
Must be able to. It grows up north.
You can grow balls.
Yeah.
Can't you? You can grow balls, and you can also grow men.
Yeah.
And probably snow women as well, just to get rid of the sexist, feminist, anti-men, toxic intuition stuff. Repatriate the Normans, yes. He's off again, says Robert Crossy. Yes, sorry about that. The lovely Julia saying, Skype show featuring the one and only John Berger on Friday. We'll work out how we can do that, John. That sounds like a good fun thing. Ian Beddoe says, I bought a Florida snowman once, a small bottle of water and a plastic carrot in it. A Florida, yeah, got it. Florida snowman. But probably could be resurrected. Hey, I've just thought of a killer idea for cold countries and winter. And you know how stupid some people are. You know how stupid. I've just had this merchandise idea. It's going to make a fortune. Absolute fortune. Anyway, let's think of some of the comment. I don't want to tell you what it is.
No,
clearly,
of course not.
I'm just telling you. I've thought of this thing. I'll tell you though.
Yeah, go on.
I tell you, on the Florida snowman base, imagine plastic snowman moulds.
I bet nobody's ever thought of that before.
No, you get 2 moulds. Well, you only need the 1 mould, don't you?
Yeah.
And you fill it up with snow like that. Knock it out, and you fill up. Well, probably best to have 2 moulds, and you can put them up together like that. And pull them apart, and you've got a fantastic snowman. But it doesn't have. You could have them in any shape. You could have Linda Lusardi, all curves and probably. Actually, it's all probably on the floor these days, isn't it?
Well, funny enough, I remember when I was very young, my dad made a little snowman.
Yeah.
He kept it in the freezer. It lasted for years.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Kept it in the freezer.
Yeah.
Oh. Can you keep penguins in the freezer? They like cold climates, don't they? Although,
Well,
actually,
some do.
I like
Some
my
do.
chocolate in the freezer. Do you like chocolate? Chocolate penguins, obviously.
No, I like my chocolate warm.
Chocolate, well, hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate, yeah.
Last thing at night, hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Talking about warm, ladies and gentlemen, behind us we've got the fire. It's just going out. So I'm just going to now look.
Shall I?
I'm bending down there, but don't you think anything funny and untoward is going on? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to the fire. Listen. Oh. Hello. Feed me. Now. I'm feeding you, you rotten little fire thing.
Henry David Adams made a very interesting observation.
Oh, wait. I'm coming back, Henry David Allen. Fire away.
Stressed is desserts spelt backwards.
Stressed is it? Is dessert?
Looking at that, yeah.
Stressed, desserts. Oh, yes. Stressed. It's quite right. Yes, and you often get stressed if you don't have your just desserts. What is your favourite dessert, Mr. Suggett?
Banoffee pie.
Banoffee. Do you know, I've been offie pie for yonks. I don't like it.
Well, that's your hard luck.
Yeah, but so that's what, banana and toffee and cream?
Cream, yeah.
What else goes into it?
It's got a biscuit base. Do you know where it was invented?
I think 1823 by a bearded bloke with one eye, a monocle. Probably had hooplers in his ears. I don't know what hooplers are, but he probably had them. And didn't he own a Ferrari Rocher? I'm thinking of somebody else, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, how was it invented?
Well, it was invented in Sussex.
Oh, it says a traditional Sussex dish.
Sussex dish, yeah.
When?
I don't know when.
Oh.
I just...
I can't imagine it was invented in the Stone Age.
No. Well, after they found bananas, anyway.
Oh, yeah, they had to find bananas first, didn't they? You don't get many... Hang on, wait. You don't get many bananas in Sussex.
No, but I've got to do some research into bananas.
You have got to do, yeah.
Basically, every edible banana originated somewhere in the UK anyway.
Every edible banana? Yeah. Are you saying that we had the banana plants and we went over and feathered them in the hot countries? Where do you get the banana trees from now? In the Caribbean?
Yeah.
And we took them out. So you're not changing history, facts and stuff?
No, it's only something I've heard, but I've got to look into it to double check all my facts.
What were you eating at the time when you heard this nonsense?
Bananas.
Were you smoking anything a little bit? Oh, bananas. There we are. See, if you eat too many bananas, you think like a banana. Martin Snow says she was good for viewing figures for rubbish film programmes. Put a swear word in and send her a letter.
About Mary Whitehouse.
Oh, Mary White, thank you. Do you know, I thought he was talking about Linda Lusardi then. Nigel Sadler said, and they thought they were getting Tower Bridge. Oh, yes, that's when they were purchasing those things. I'd sell Worthing Pier to Death Valley. Where's Death Valley? Is that in...
America,
in the Rockies, not the Rockies. Is it in... Well,
Nevada,
in the Nevada... Nevada? In the...
Nevada.
Nevada. I've got a book about the Nevada, funnily enough. I have. They did, yes. And lovely Lee says, pick up a penguin. If only we only had penguins, we would pick them up. Pingu. I always wanted to get Pingu and fry him up with a little bit of black pepper. I'm sure it would be quite well. What's he on, says Robert Crosser. I don't know what he's on, actually. A chair, probably.
Chili.
This chair hasn't gone on the fire, ladies and gentlemen. This chair is wholesome. Look at that. After the last week's show...
Well, what happened in the last week's show?
Well, last week's show we had a slight accident with the chair, and actually people got very upset because they said they look very precious. They're almost Chippendale chairs, they were, and they said they were in chips, all sorts of chips. But what you didn't, you went home and you left me here. I went back into the fire. I got all the old burnt up bits, and I very carefully, one bit at a time, reconstructed the chair using. That's why I've been so busy this week.
Yeah. Yep.
And now I've reconstructed, and that's it. It's on my nice, fine, firm posterior. Just so you know, it is nice, fine, and firm, by the way. Jonathan Beluzic has joined. We ought to have trumpets, shouldn't we? Claire Leach invented the hungry monk. Oh, so I may have read that wrong. It does say there, Claire Leach invented the hungry monk.
In the hungry monk.
Oh, invented in the hungry monk.
Yeah.
What? Oh, is that the banana... Banoffee pie.
Yeah,
yes, of course. Yeah. What about my neighbour? Says Fiona Cooper. Spelt wrong. Neighbour, by the way. There's a U in neighbour. Got a banana tree in his garden.
So have I.
How big is your banana tree?
It's only about that big at the moment. It's in a pot, so I can move it inside.
Does it need to go inside then?
It needs a bit of warmth. I mean, there are places. Parham House has them growing outside. So.
Do they take the old fire heaters over there?
No, they just wrap them up warm in a blanket.
In a blanket?
In a blanket, yeah.
Gosh, there we are. You learned something.
This jumper will probably do the job.
It probably will. It's a nice jumper. Where did you get that from? Looks like Next.
No, it was Marks and Spencer's.
Oh, one of those. St. Michael's.
Yeah.
Does Marks and Spencer still have the St. Michael's brand? Used to have the St. Michael's, but I think it's George now, isn't it? Who does George, or is that Sainsbury's?
No, that's Asda.
Tesco's.
Tesco's
one
is...
of them.
Someone else. I don't know.
Asda is that. What does they have Blue Harbour, don't they? Marks and Sparks. Blue Harbour. They got rid of St. Michael's. I like you. What about Timothy White's? Is that still going? Or is that gone?
No idea.
Timothy White's, they used to be good. You get all your underwear from Timothy White's. I think that's where the name was. Banoffee pie was invented in the Hungry Monk restaurant in Jevington, near Eastbourne, East Sussex. Thank you very much. Or as he's put, Eatbourne. Which makes sense. Good joke there. Banoffee pie, yes. Death Valley is in Nevada. We got that. Marvellous. Thanks very much, Mr. Holdsworth. And it's a stream of consciousness, Matthew. It is a stream of consciousness, and we must go and float our boat in it. Jonathan Beluzic says, I've got a trumpet. I think I'm coming over all unnecessary. Good for you. Joe Smith, the lovely Joe Smith. Hello, Joe Smith.
Hello, Joe Smith.
Sorry, I'm shouting. I was excited for a moment. Just saw your name pop up. Oh, hello. Lee says, once a friend broke a chair at other... Hang on, I'll start again because it keeps moving. Once a friend broke a chair at another friend's house at a party. It went on the fire, and in the morning we had to go back and get the fixings so that he never knew. So there you are. It just goes to show it's not so unusual. It's not unusual to fix the chair so nobody knows. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Emily Champion says CNA. Oh yeah, do you remember Man at CNA? The advert. I know because you're so young. So young.
I remember CNA.
Do you?
Yeah.
Before it turned into what is it now? CNA.
I think
it's now TK Maxx.
No, I think they're different shops. I think.
Well, put it this way: the Worthing CNA is now where TK Maxx is.
Yeah.
But they are different. Yes, they're different companies altogether. But does anybody know what CNA stood for? C and
I
A.
can guess, but it wouldn't be polite.
Oh. Yes, I'm sure. Ding dong, you're not wrong. Robert Crosser says Littlewoods did St. Oh, was it Littlewoods that did St. Michael? I thought it was Marks and Sparks because of Marks, St. Michael's, but maybe it was Littlewoods. Does Littlewoods don't exist anymore either, do they? All these old things. I was in Woolworths only the other day at the Pick and Mix, and when I say the other day, of course, it was about 30 years ago. Andy Delglee says, sadly, imagine inventing a world-famous dish like that and a restaurant closes. Oh, is it shut down? Ask. What's he saying about Ask? He never did know where the chair went. Oh yes, of course. Yeah. You take the fixings out. I wonder where that chair is. Well, I'm sorry, it's on the fire. It's a burning issue, but we can't get back to it. Andy, not even Andy. Nigel Sadler says, "Where did the skinhead go to Timothy? Why did the skinhead go to Timothy White's? Because he didn't want to bother Boots." Get it? Very good. I must remember that one. Jo Smith is speaking. She's speaking in English. She says, "Hello back." Hello. Hello, sailor. What time is it? If it's time to go yet? Oh, it's 20. Now, if you're expecting the gallery, we're not having a gallery tonight. If you're expecting Vobing reporting, we're not doing that. They're all going in a separate show. So we're just taking it easy. Let's find out some other bits and bobs, ladies and gentlemen, from the lovely Mr. Suggett, who's coming in. We're talking about Instagram. Let's talk about social media for a moment. Very boring subject, I know, but we what are we? Creators, content creators. We are, aren't we?
Yes.
We have to come up with ideas that will bring people to us. So I keep getting told, "You got to get on Instagram, Richard. You got to get on Instagram, Richard."
Yeah.
And
so you've gone on Instagram.
And I've gone on Instagram, and my followers have started to decline. So explain that one.
Well, I can't.
No.
I can't.
Get on Instagram and get more followers. Mine are actually rapidly disappearing. It's true.
Well,
explain.
I can't explain it. I mean, we have got an Instagram expert in the audience.
Oh yes, so of course we've got an Instagram
quite handy.
So I used to be on Instagram. I stopped going on Instagram because I didn't feel anyone could click through. You see, the trouble with Instagram, as far as I'm concerned, is you can put up something about what you're doing, and you want people to go and look at your videos. You know, your full-length videos, like a 10-minute walk round, goodness knows, Nova Scotia, as I do on a Wednesday afternoon. Always like to have a nice walk around Nova Scotia in a pair of very thick socks and a nice thong. So it's lovely. And I make a video about that, obviously.
It's an image I really don't want.
Do you not?
No.
Thick socks and a nice warm thong. Anyway, the point is I would put all my images of me going around Nova Scotia in thick socks and a nice warm thong, singing a very sultry song, and I would bung them on Instagram. Then I sort of found that people couldn't click through because you can only allow one link, and that's in your profile. And my videos will have different individual links, you see, like most people do. And I want people to go, "Oh yeah, look, he's in his thick socks and his blimey, look at that. That's a very warm thong. Looks like he's singing a very comfortable song." So you want them to click to watch the video, the proper video, and go on your YouTube channel or Facebook or to your website or whatever to find. And you can't do it on Instagram.
Well, I think we've just found out why your numbers have gone down.
Why is that?
Pictures of you in a thong.
No, this is what I was doing before.
Oh, right.
Now I'm putting up pictures of me going out and about doing walks and, the things that I'm currently, not what I used to do and was arrested for and went to prison for. None of that, no. No, I'm not doing. So now all of a sudden I'm bunging up these pictures. Everybody around me is sticking them up and going, "Oh, we're getting more followers all the time." That was an impression of you, by the way.
Oh.
Not a very good impression, but it was interesting.
Good attempt.
Yeah.
Good attempt.
Oh, lovely. And of course my viewers. So clearly they want thick socks and a warm thong. That's what they want. It seems. So answer that. Mark English says Instagram.co. Oh, is Mark English never one not to put himself forward. Mark, I'll see you tomorrow, cheeky chops. Go and check his Instagram out. Very interesting. He does all sorts of interesting things. Expert in the paranormal, does lots of pictures about that, and also his tales and travels. So check him out. Very interesting pictures. Thank you very much, Mark. Giving you a plug. Hope you're buying lunch. Ian Beddoes. So how did you get much snow? What in Nova Scotia or today? No gallery, says tonight. No, the gallery, we do the gallery at the end of the week. A special, probably with the lovely Julia. Maybe on Saturday night or something. I don't know. I need to ask her, see if she's free. We'll do a special gallery show. Because Julia is the head of the gallery. She's the head gallery girl.
Head gallery girl.
That's it. You're not. No, don't say girl. She didn't like girl.
Oh, God, no.
Head gallery.
Sorry, Julia. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, you'll get a slap. As indeed
Not
sometimes again. Head gallery gal. Can we say gal? Are we allowed to say gal? Gal, boys and gals?
Head gallery lady?
It doesn't ring off the tongue very well.
No.
Geezer. She's not geezer, is she? No.
No, it's not right. It sounds very down market for Julia.
Yes. What's another word for gallery then? Instead of gallery, could we come up with something
album?
Like album. Oh yeah, the BE album babe.
I like it.
The B album babe. The BE album, the Baldy album, but no.
She's came up with one herself.
What she said here? Can't I just be the gallery editor? Yes, of course you can. Of course you can. Anything you want. Gallery editor. There we go. Top lady. Editor. Top gallery editor. Top GE. She's the BEGE. What does that spell? Beggy. BEGE. The beggy. She's the beggy. The beg.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Julia. I'm going to get
slapped. We're going to need the JCB keys.
The gala curator.
Oh,
that's very good. Yeah, the gala curator. Guys and gals, why not? Yeah, guys and gals, gals and gal. Anyway, gallery curator. Correction. Yes, gallery curator. She says, "Wow, that was difficult. It was difficult. So soggy. All good fun. Saturday night party night. Yes." Daniel, we'll be having a party. You're all invited. Awesome. It's 50 quid to get in. Got to make a living somehow. So Lee, we want to know. Is it Lee you're talking about as the Instagram spectacular? Lee, still trying to work out how to make the Instagram work. But I think for me, possibly videos is the way to go. When out and about filming is to do a behind the scenes, sort of not like the behind the scenes that I do. It's a sort of behind the scenes. Maybe I'm doing a video of us making the behind the scenes. I think videos, the video clips can be as long as they're short and sweet and punchy to the point. In fact, whilst we're on air, ladies and gentlemen,
so we've got a video on Instagram.
We are going to do it at this very moment. I don't know how this will work. Now, I prefer, ladies and gentlemen, to have the picture landscape. Just a personal preference. I don't like using the app to create the video. So, Mr. Suggett and I've
got to move in, you see.
Yeah, got to... Yeah. Hello, dear.
Hi.
All right, dear.
Yeah.
You never thought when you sort of joined up for the Vobes Show or the Bald Explorer, when you first said that you were going to get this hot and close to the old Baldy, sweating away after chill. No.
But on the camera, it looks like we're miles apart.
It does look like we're miles apart, and of course, if I do that, it's even more far apart. Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Just talk amongst yourselves for one moment. Here we go, and. Hello, we're on the old Instagram yet again. Yes, this is the lovely Richard Suggett, and this is the lovely
Richard Vobes.
And we're live, ladies and gentlemen, in my living room, recording this to see, if we can get 1 billion views by the end of 10 seconds. If I turn the camera around, you'll see the mess of my room, but you'll see the camera, you'll see down there.
Can you see your own comments?
Can you see your own comments? Yes, that's it. So if you have seen this on the live show, if you've seen the live show before, do let us know. If you haven't, get down and check the Vobes Show on YouTube. Just put Vobes Show into YouTube and it may come. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Look, I'm doing the wrong thing.
I know.
Anyway, that's it. Going to upload this now and see what happens. Oh, by the way, we're upside down. So there we are. We've now very professionally recorded that, ladies and gentlemen. You may have noticed the very swish cameras that we were using. Nice. So now I'm going to upload that on Instagram. And you can check. This is so interactive, isn't it? This is the interactive world of. So what I find I have to do...
See, you gained 2 people already today.
How?
You just said you've had 2 more.
Is that what it just said?
Yeah. Since putting that video up earlier, you've gained 2 people.
2 people, yeah, but I'm not as high as I was before I started doing Instagram again. I'm still at 313. I was at 315.
Right.
And then it went down again. Anyway, so now I forget how you do this. You go here.
Go there. Yep, that's it.
Hello, we're on the old Instagram yet again.
There it is.
Yes,
so next. And next.
John Burgess calling us a load of nutters.
John Burgess, we go a pair of nutters here, love. Oh, hello there. As nice as here there, little John Burger. We're down there in the West Country. We speaks like this, you know. Don't you? You do West Country?
I know it very well.
You got the right beard and the face for it. See, that's the funny thing. Actually, you just open your mouth like that and shut your mouth, and I'll do the voice. Here, ladies and gentlemen. Hang on, if I go over here, it works so much better. Hello, my name is Richard Stuggett. And I have the Veg Grower Podcast. It's a lovely podcast. And I like growing, best of all, rhubarb. Rhubarb. Rhubarb, rhubarb, rhubarb. I want one for my tea. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
I love that little song at the end.
Wasn't
it lovely?
I'll have to get that on audio and use that on the podcast.
Yes. So I'm going to put here live on Facebook.
Right, Linda Kane wants the Instagram link, where we can't share that with you. It's Bald Exploring, though. That's his
Exploring.
Handle.
Yeah, just because somebody's got the Bald Explorer, the beggars. So Bald Exploring, all one word.
Yep.
No spaces between the letters or above or below.
Or the Veg Grower Pod.
Or the Veg Grower Pod, yeah, live on Facebook.
As soon as Mark advertises himself, I'm going to advertise myself a bit.
Yeah, do, because you've got the advantage. Live,
yeah, I'm live.
Here.
I'm working for it.
Of course, I've just destroyed my brand now by being incredibly daft on here.
Yeah, that's why we were saying. That's why we're moving it onto the Vobes Show. He's getting a sweat. Who's getting a sweat?
Who's getting a sweat? Anyway, there. Oh look, there it is. It's we're on. Blimey, that did it well.
Yeah, it's quicker on Instagram than on
Hang
Facebook.
on, ladies and gentlemen. Just talk amongst yourselves. Just watching it back. Can we hear it? How can we hear it?
Tap on it.
A billion views by the end of 10 seconds. If I turn the camera around, you'll see the mess of my room, but you'll see the camera. You'll see down there. Can you see your own self? Can you see your own
a couple of likely people, aren't
there? I would go and check out their YouTube channel.
I would.
Best bits at the end. They go to Australia.
Yeah.
And it may come. I'm looking at the wrong camera. Doing the wrong.
Where's all going on helium?
This now and see what happens. Oh, by the way, we're upside down. Hello, we're on the old.
Oh, it's all good. But stop. I don't know how you stop that. So, yes, clearly we've had... Oh, look, there we are. We're watching it back now ourselves a few seconds. And there we are. We are upside down. It's amazing. So this show has been slightly weird, but this is where I want the Vobes Show to go. I want the Vobes Show to be a bit more fun, a bit more silly, a bit crazy. It's a place for me to let off steam and you to interact and have a bit of fun. You aren't posting the links to the films on your instant account. Yeah, but it doesn't make any difference because people can't press them.
No.
That's the problem, Joe.
Yeah.
If I put them, you can't click on them on Instagram.
You're only allowed one link in your bio.
And I'm not changing that every time I post.
No. Well, yeah.
Yes, Richard, I think the channel is amazing. Thank you very much, Daniel. Somebody does. Not far from London, Tubbs. What? Okay. Insta, it's in the name.
Because it was instantly uploaded.
Oh, yeah. There we are. You see, it's very clever, isn't it? Oh, it's very clever. So... I've got to be careful what I do now because that's more like the Vobes Show stuff. Maybe I do need a different channel for the Vobes Show. Now I'm getting complicated.
I don't think you can have a separate channel for on Instagram. I think you can only have one channel.
You see, they're owned by Facebook, aren't they? This is what I don't understand. And I know you can boost. You can now boost on Instagram like you do on Facebook if you so wish. But why won't they let you at least click to Facebook?
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense because you can click the other way, so you're still alternating between the two. So you could put something and go, here, watch my long format video on Facebook Live or on Facebook Face. And that would be useful. So get your act together, Instagram.
You can cut and paste a link. Not to my knowledge. I could be wrong, but I've never been able to do it.
You can cut and paste a link, but
oh, you mean write it out separately with a link? I still don't think you can click through doing it.
Yes, I don't think you can click the links. You can put the URL up there, all right.
Yeah,
but you definitely can't click.
Click the
I've
link.
never seen anyone do that.
No, I've not.
And who's gonna spend the time to copy that link and then put it into a browser and go there? I just don't think people would do that. I think people are lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy, I tell you.
Well, unless they are dedicated to you, of course.
And then they know who you are.
Yeah.
And let's face it, they only have to put Bald Explorer or Richard Vobes or Richard Suggett into Google. Now, Google is so clever, you only have to put those. You don't need the link. You just go, Richard Vobes, and the world will open up and swallow you. So be careful when you type that in.
Yeah.
Mark English, I put cut and paste link in the description box. Yes, and how many people go through?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've looked at that, and I'm not convinced that people will cut and paste.
While you're here, Mark, I've noticed you've put your videos on Facebook. Wonder why you're doing that, and have you found a difference yet?
It's being shared everywhere, everywhere. And not only that, it's being downloaded, and people are putting different titles on the front and claiming it's them.
Yeah.
But we know the original Mark English, and we love him. What do you say? Millions. Yeah, it's been shared by millions. Millions and millions. And minions. Minions and minions. Oh,
those minions are good though, aren't they?
I'm being clicked here. Hang on. Somebody getting in touch. Oh, Mark English saying tomorrow. He sent me an email now. Wait, it's there.
He's
here.
Yes, and I have.
Yes, and I have. Hang on.
There you go. So, am I right? There will be no gallery or voting report on the live Vobes show. Yes, Kevin, you are correct. I think.
What did you say?
Am I right? There will be no gallery or voting reporting on the Vobes show.
And who said that?
Kevin Hall.
Hello, Richard. Kevin here. Yes.
That's like he was in the room there.
I know he was. Do you know?
Christ.
It's a bit of a worry.
Yeah.
Kevin, the way it's going to work in the future is there's going to be a special gallery show for the Bald Explorer group and the Bald Explorer, and will be made into a special video which will go on the Bald Explorer pages and on the Bald Explorer YouTube. So it will be probably Julia and I, maybe other times other guests, and we will be soliciting more information about the places people go, selecting a number of pictures from their posts, highlighting them, because we don't want... I think what will work nicely is not that people just stick their photos willy-nilly and just go, here's a telephone box down the street, or here's a tree with a load of nuts in it, or my bicycle's got a puncture. I want more.
Hate it when that happens.
Isn't it awful?
Yeah.
I want a little bit more information. I want a little bit of a story. So with the pictures, and then we will take the best of those and we will show them in this video. We'll do a nice video, and then we'll put that in the gallery as a separate thing. Won't be live. It'll be pre-recorded. It'll go in there so people can enjoy it at their own time. We'll still have the gallery music, of course. What other music would you have? Get thrown out for copyright reasons, but never mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's life, isn't it? We love the Novatones, and we're promoting their music, and we suggest you go and buy it as much as you can. Left Field Bank, whatever it is. Anyway, that's an aside. And also the Vobing reports will go in. So we definitely still want people to do their Vobing reports, and we will put them in that. So it's a separate Bald Explorer type show to promote the group and to be all about the group. It unleashes the Vobes from the semi-serious stuff to being a bit more stupid, basically.
You mean a bit normal for you?
Yes, I will cast aside the serious face and put on the miserable face of happiness. Happiness, happiness. I don't know what the rest is. Happiness, happiness. Just like the Loch Ness Monster Ness. Wendy Waitlin is saying some words, and I shall read them out to you. Lloyd says that if you create a paid-for advert on Instagram, you can then have a button that says Learn More, which can take them to a web page of your choice. Of course it does. It's all about the money.
But that's still not quite what we're after, is it? We want...
Well, I don't mind that. It depends on the money and how many people it goes to.
But that's only a one-off advert unless you do several adverts. But you want...
Well,
image up and say...
I mean, in an ideal world, if you're promoting what you do, you want to be able to stick a picture up, and if people want to know a bit more about what you do, and they go, oh, that's an interesting place, I'd love to learn more, and they don't just want to have a little bit of a description, you know, they want to go and watch your video. You say, oh, we're making this video, it's lovely, oh my God, that's me, walking about Nova Scotia in my thick socks and my lovely
Please,
warm...
not that image again.
My warm thong.
I've just got over it.
With nipple clamps.
Oh my God.
Oh, I know. It's such a good picture. And people want to watch that video, which of course I need to go and make now. I need to. How much does it cost to go to Nova Scotia? Where is Nova Scotia? It's up
Canada.
north. Oh, it's cold in there. Maybe I could think of somewhere else. Maybe the South Downs. Not quite the same. Nova Scotia, the scenery and all that, chased by a big black hairy bear, a white bear, polar bear.
Polar bear.
Yeah, well, they have to be black now because of racial, you know, you can't say white because the big white man is everywhere.
They're called polar bears.
Are they?
Yeah.
Can they be black? Black polar bear.
I think it must be possible.
Well, if you chuck a bucket of paint over them, that would sort it out. And they could be any colour then. We could have rainbow polar bears, which would, you know, get the diversity issue. Anyway, that's another issue with which I'm no doubt going to be clunked over the head with a frying pan. But the point is that ideally you take your picture on Instagram and people go, oh, I like that. I'd just like to go and watch it. And you know, but it looks like you have to pay a bit more. But I wonder how much it costs. You really need, again, you need to have huge numbers of followers so that a small percentage, perhaps 1%, will actually do that.
Yeah.
And if you've got those huge amount of followers, maybe they've already been persuaded to put Richard Vobes, or whatever the name is, into the Tube of Views, or wherever. Sorry about that. Good evening, R&R, says Mark Selwood. You're late. Why are you late, Mr. Mark? We love you, really. We love you, really. Emily Champion, it's so thong. Who is this kiddie fiddler, says Nick Hodgkins. I'm not fiddling with any kiddies here, thanks very much, Nick. Nicky Jess, oh my God, comes down Richard. Calm down, I think you mean. Calm down, don't you, Nicky? By the way, Nicky, private word to you. Just had a couple of people have said, could you do less stickers? Just a private word to you. Less stickers. Bit too much, all right? Only you know what that means. Ian Beddoes says, repost the video of you in the Lido. Who has? Oh, yes, from the first Bald Explorer video. That's true. Bald Explorer Mankini. No, it isn't really the two Dickens. Is that like Dickens cider? Very nice drink if you care to look up it on the internet. It's a bit rude. I won't go any further into that one because that is terribly rude. Sorry, guys, says Mark. So when I'm late working today, I'm so tired. I'm so... I can't do a Cornish accent. How does a Cornish accent go?
Are you gone well? I've gone West Country now.
Oh, well, you couldn't do West Country before.
I know, you just got it stuck in me there.
Stuck one in him. Careful what you say on a show like this. Is a family show, ladies and gentlemen. The members of the family of all ages watching. I'm going to London on Friday on the night train, by the way, sharing a cabin. Who with, you lucky fella? Which is very nice. Kevin All says, getting confused, methinks. Yes, I'm not surprised. Boomerang is part of Instagram, my daughter said. What is Boomerang?
It's an app, so you can take a video and it will just loop it, and it's only a short video. I done one on my Insta stories last week in my greenhouse.
There's too many of these
I was just
things.
going zing, zing, zing with the camera.
There's too many of these apps now.
Yeah, I know.
Lippity app, bappity bap. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 9 o'clock here in the UK as we do this live. 4 minutes past. We've given you more value than we ought. And so on that note, we've got to take our swift departure so that leave them wanting more, they say. They're all retching into buckets at the moment. They don't want any more, and I'm not surprised. But the old Vobie will be back tomorrow. Not tomorrow, the next day. What's the next day?
Friday.
Friday.
Black Friday.
Yeah, we'll be back Black Friday. We'll be gagged and bound like highwaymen. Well, I will. Oh, I won't. So that's the thing. Thank you very much to Richard Snuggett for coming in.
Welcome.
Not Snuggett, Suggett. he doesn't like that. And for helping in everything that you do. Emily Champion says, I was in London and slept at the Science Museum. Oh, did they think you were a Bunsen burner or something? John Berger says, happy Thanksgiving to my fellow Yankees and happy Thursday to everybody else. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, on the Bald Explorer channel, the lovely Harriet and the lovely luscious Lola are going around Montgomery Castle. Very interesting, lovely views, worth checking out tomorrow from about 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's it. Good night, Daniel. Lovely to see you. Good night, Joe. Nice to see you. Good night, everybody. Thank you for Ella's Beehive. Night, night. Oh, wait. One last thing. Before you go, if you're still there, wait. One last thing.
They're waiting. They're waiting.
Keep them entertained.
I need some juggling. Oh, what can I do? Have you tried this orange, carrot and passion fruit drink? I have. It's pretty nice, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the result you've all been waiting for many years. I have been struggling to grow my own tree and blow my own trumpet. But this, ladies and gentlemen, you may remember some months ago I planted some acorns. These must have been first-class acorns. They were A1 because, look, here is a very beautiful acorn sapling. When does a seedling... Oak sapling. When does a seedling turn into a sapling?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's an oak tree, ladies and gentlemen. I've got my very own oak tree. And next to it is two. That's the one.
Twins.
That is the one that I pulled out in the show and poked back. So these have grown marvellously. So thank you so much. I'm putting them on my windowsill now. And tune in on Friday. They'll be the size of a beanstalk. Keep them talking for a minute.
You should actually show how high they are. Have something to compare them. Yeah. So thank you very much for joining us this evening. It's been a experience, shall we say?
It was an experience, but the experience is now over.
Yeah.
Thank God. You can all go back to normal life. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've got any comments, useful comments, keep them to yourselves. But if you've got something lunatically to say, then we'd love to know from it. Lovely oak trees. Thank you so much. It's all looking very nice. See you on the 2nd, says the lovely Joe. Yes, I will. I need a time and place, please. But we'll talk before that event. So that follow through, says Robert Crosser. Is that a follow through on Instagram? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we come to Awesome, says, well done, Richard. Awesome night. Yeah, it's a bit puerile tonight. We like a bit of puerile.
I do.
And next we're going to have some puree. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We're going to sign off in the usual fashion.
Should we bow to the audience?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da. Thank you. And thank you. And by the way, for our royal viewers, thank you, Your Majesty. Well, you never know. The Queen might watch. Till next time, goodbye. Bye.
Bye.